We've all been very trained to look for the NPK on fertilizer. Those three numbers that are always on the front of every fertilizer. That's the nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus concentrations in the fertilizer. It's true, plants do need those three things to survive. They're the most important macronutrients, the ones that plants need in the highest quantity. But it's not everything you need for whole plant health. And so that's a little bit of a newer term for people, and they're like, what does that actually mean? And the way I like to think about it is in terms of my own body. So if I look at what I eat, there's obviously carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Those are super important. I can't live without them. I need to eat those in some sort of ratios, and that helps me stay alive. But does it really help me thrive? If I just went and ate a Big Mac every day, I don't think I would call myself extremely healthy. That's where vitamins and amino acids and all the other stuff that we look at, we take in. And so our macronutrients, the NPK for us personally, is the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. But and then the micronutrients are the little things like calciums, the magnesiums, the other stuff that your body needs, those other vitamins that your body needs to actually thrive. Well, then let's take it a step further. Your body also has gut bacteria that's super important. Those are the probiotics some people take. It helps to adjust their gut bacteria. And we're finding more and more out about our own gut bacteria and how it's linked to our emotions, it's linked to our hormones. It does so many important functions in our body. And if we imagine where we got those gut bacteria in the first place, it's actually from the soil. And so our soil bacteria and fungi perform so much more functions than even what's in our gut. And so those soil bacteria have so many important things, and they're just now being more paid attention to, and then more research coming out on what functions they do. So that gives you a part of the picture. And then there's other things that we all take, those other supplements, those amino acids, those other intangibles that help us actually function better, maybe absorb certain nutrients better. And those are beneficial non-plant food ingredients in our plant food. And so that takes all parts, all four pillars is what we call them, to get to full plant health. And once you get to all full plant health, you become much more resilient to pests and diseases. I don't know if you've noticed when you are tired and you're worn down, and you're stressed and you're not eating right, and maybe you've eaten junk food for a week straight, you're more likely to get sick and then end up in a worse spot than if you take care of yourself, you exercise, and you eat right, then you become less likely to get sick. It's the same thing with plants. And they actually even talk to each other and can signal to each other better if they have a fungal network that connects their roots. And they can tell each other, hey, look, I'm doing this to protect myself, and this is what you should do too to protect yourself, because we're seeing Japanese beetles munching on this other plant over here. And plants then communicate through their fungal networks to other plants, even up to miles away, to tell them how best to take care of themselves so that they don't get munched by pests, which means you need less pesticides and less interference from yourself, which is less time for you, and your plants can still grow better.